What's going on, everybody? This is JFX checking in at 509, August of 2025. I hope everyone is doing well. This is just another form of documentation and journaling for myself and some of the members and the students here at 509 School of Hip Hop. Encouragement to other artists, other creators, other students to freely express, share their insight, speak on their journey, and invite others to speak very vocally about sometimes the hardships as well as the wins, the small and big wins that we are experiencing. And it's been a very, therapeutic process for me at least. And, there is, of course, that level of pressure and internal sort of conflict where I feel like, oh, I should put something out there just for the sake of like keeping up with others out there, or just my own personal ego kicking in to just remind me that he's there. But part of all of this is very much in sync with how we have been approaching being guests and students and participants of hip hop culture. So as we take on the responsibility to be able to create within the umbrella, the culture, we do feel that level of responsibility to share with others and, help elevate the game a little bit while protecting and preserving the culture and the roots that have all been here before our time. So as an artist, as a duty, there's a sense of privilege we have as we're encountering a lot of the students that come to take lessons, whether it's dance or music, writing. And tomorrow we do have the opportunity. We are invited to join Toronto Dance Teachers Expo. And it is an opportunity for us to bring that conversation, the cultural nuances, into real life scenarios where the term and the phrase hip hop is like misused, sometimes mistreated and mislabeled, but also a lot of that is strategic. It is difficult to encapsulate all of the cultural components and intricacies into these weekly 45-minute dance classes under the name hip hop. And it is being run and taught by someone who's completely detached from the core elements of hip hop culture. So, long story short, we are being more vocal about the importance of teaching the culture, not just the dance, and making sure that, if you do decide to especially sell these programs, sell these classes to your potential customers, families, and you call it hip hop, you at least have the obligation to like make it clear, yes, we stand with the culture, or no, we do not. So once again, this is another way for me to decompress and offload some of the thoughts that I may hang on to a little bit too long. And whether it's building up a page on YouTube, online, offline, in person, it is all here as a resource. One of our missions is to be the number one source and resource for all things hip hop. And we call ourselves a creative hub for arts, culture, and wellness. Those arts, cultural, wellness components like need to coexist. It's not something that we only do on Thursdays, and wellness classes are only reserved for Sunday service. It's the mind, body, soul, the holistic practice to bring that self-awareness into every move you make. And being hip means to be in the know and to have intention, and hop representing the movement and the body part. So hip hop by definition is moving with intention. So my objective and my, purpose behind having opened 509 School of Hip Hop for the community and myself, but like realizing that it doesn't end in the context of a dance class, from warm up to stretch to six step to recital piece. It's a lifelong journey of being a student and reminding yourself and others around you that you just never stop learning. So it's never a master, always a student, and that each one teach one mindset is what continues to ground myself and many others around this community. And it's dope to see. It is honestly like one of those things I've always wanted ever since I found the spark and the passion for hip hop and breaking. So, still at it almost 17, 18 years later. And, I would be lying if I said I never got bored of any of this. But I think part of it is me accepting that there will be those moments and times where I will get bored of something, some practice for a little bit of time, and being able to pivot or just explore something different like graffiti, sketching, design, and then maybe music, production, or DJing. All of these avenues, and now getting a little bit more into writing and being able to use my words as an outlet of expression. I think there's definitely power in all of that. It is that gaining of self awareness and knowledge of self. So, inviting everyone to do a little bit of that every day, moving with intention. And that I would say is the core and the essence of being a hip hop head and someone who's genuinely connected to hip hop. Not just a dance, not just a musical genre, not just style code and the fashion, but the real and it's like the pillar of the cultural movement called hip hop. There's consciousness there, and there's the collective movement, and there's a responsive nature to the current times. It's political, and it's meant to disrupt in many, many ways, and it still continues to do so. So, for anybody that's still joining, to anybody that's still watching, anybody that is looking to join us, as a member, as a student, we welcome every single one of you. Invite you to the dialogue to discuss all things hip hop, however it looks from your perspective. So, many more to come in terms of reflection, more deep dives, and some how to. This is what we do, how we do what we do. Hip Hop 101, that's where it's always at. Each one teach one, JFX, just freely expressed. Out. Peace.